My beloved child, you are not what tried to break you. You are who I called you to be. I do not define you by your struggle. I define you by my highest call. What tried to break you, what whispered that you were unworthy, uncalled, invisible, will now become the stage where your true identity is announced. Not for revenge, but for revelation. You are not going backward. You are not stuck. You are not unseen. You are walking forward, anchored, aligned, whole, free. Now that you've finally believed what I've always known, that you are enough, it's time to move with a new rhythm, one that protects what I've placed in you. You need structure to carry the weight of your calling, stillness to sustain your voice, intimacy to hold revelation. The enemy couldn't destroy you in chaos, so now he'll try to distract you with momentum. But I'm teaching you to build from my presence, not pressure. Let prayer be your foundation, not crisis prayer, but communion. Not performance, but presence. 5 minutes or 50, I'm not counting time. I'm receiving surrender. Let your mornings begin with me, not as duty, but as realignment. Let my voice, not the world, shape your peace. Bring me your raw thoughts, your quiet tension, your early gratitude. I will meet you there. Prayer doesn't stop when you leave the room. Carry it with you into choices, conversations, questions. This is what it means to walk by the Spirit, not just calling out in crisis, but living with constant awareness that I am near. Let me speak to your posture, because how you carry yourself matters as much as what you carry. You are no longer surviving. You are secure. Let your tone calm the room. Let your presence preach peace without a word. You've learned to trust me in storms. Now walk with me in stillness. Not every miracle is a parted sea. Some are found walking on water, fearless. Train your heart in gratitude. Thank me for what's forming, what's gone, what you don't yet understand. Gratitude is not weakness, it's warfare. It dismantles anxiety and awakens grace. Return to my word, not for information but alignment. Let even a single verse reshape your mind. Let it read you as much as you read it. If you've drifted, come back. No shame. Just start again. I'll meet you there. In Psalms if you're weary. In Proverbs if you're uncertain. In the Gospels if you've forgotten how tender I am. Be mindful of what you consume. Your spirit is sensitive. What you watch, what you scroll, what you absorb, it shapes you. I'm not calling you to legalism, I'm calling you to clarity. You can't pray for peace while feeding on fear. Guard your circle. Not everyone is assigned to your next season, and that's not rejection, it's refinement. I will bring the ones who see you without needing explanation. Honor rest, not as luxury but as obedience. I hold your life together even while you sleep. When you step back, I step in. Now walk present, peaceful, prayerful, rooted in truth, unshaken by pressure, unmoved by noise, consistent in devotion. You have nothing to prove, only something sacred to protect. Let my presence be your home. Let my word be your foundation. This is how you walk in what tried to bury you. This is how you rise. You're not returning to who you were. You're not meant to. That version was shaped by fear. Now you walk in clarity and confidence, in commission. I am redeeming what was lost, but I'm also revealing what was hidden. This season is holy. You're not delayed, you're right on time. You've crossed over. You are no longer owned by what broke you. You are now introduced by it. This version of you is ready, refined, anointed, sent, not to prove anything, but to fulfill everything. You won't pray for closed doors. You'll walk through ones I fling wide open. No striving, only alignment. You are being revealed, no longer hidden, no longer hoping. You are now holding. And what once tried to break you, it will now bow to the fullness of who I formed in secret. So come closer, not because I was far, but because I want you to feel how near I've always been. This isn't about pushing harder. It's about becoming stiller, becoming sensitive, letting me lead your inner world, so I can transform your outer walk. This next chapter isn't about hustle. It's about harmony. It's not performance. It's presence. So don't edit yourself. Don't shrink. Don't apologize for the fire you carry. It's time. I'm breathing on you. The world will ask what changed. You'll say, asterisk, asterisk, I stopped trying to become who I thought I had to be, and let God reveal who He always knew I was. Asterisk, asterisk. This is resurrection. This is the unveiling. This is the call. Now say it. Write it. Declare it. I'm not going back. You are no longer waiting to become. You are becoming now. Let prayer become your rhythm, not your reaction. Do not wait for crisis to talk with me. Build a lifestyle of prayer that sustains you before trouble ever comes. Prayer is not a performance. It is your return. You do not need perfect words, just real ones. Speak to me in your daily life, in your car, in your kitchen, and all the ordinary moments. Acknowledge me, involve me, invite me in. When something good happens, thank me. When confusion comes, pause and ask for me. When you feel tempted, say my name. The more you involve me, the more you will recognize my response. Prayer will move from being a moment to being a mindset, and you will sense my voice not just when you kneel, but wherever you go. Embrace silence. The world wants to fill every moment with noise, but I often speak in whispers. I move in the stillness. Do not fear the quiet. Sit in silence even for a few minutes. Let your thoughts come, and let me meet you there. I am not afraid of your questions or confused by your doubts, but you must make space for me to speak. Some of the most powerful moments happen not in thunder, but in still, sacred quiet. Guard your attitude, for your mindset shapes your life more than your circumstances do. I am not calling you to fake positivity, but to root your perspective in promise. Stop rehearsing defeat and start speaking life. Choose gratitude, even when it feels unnatural. Thanksgiving is not denial. It is alignment with truth. When you thank me in uncertainty, you remind your soul that you are not alone. Your attitude in the valley can shorten your time there. When peace is hard to find, return to our altar. That's where I restore it. Stay close to those who strengthen your spirit. Isolation leaves you vulnerable, but community sharpens you. Seek out people who remind you who I am when your own memory fades. Be humble. Let yourself be taught. Let yourself be challenged. and be willing to release relationships that drain you or pull you out of alignment with my plans. Not everyone is meant for your next chapter. That is not rejection, but refinement. I will surround you with those who recognize the glory on your life and protect it. Obey quickly. My instructions may not always make sense at first, but delayed obedience often leads to frustration. I will prompt you to speak, to move, to wait, to give, to shift. Do not wait for full understanding. Move with me. Trust me. My sheep know my voice, not because they always understand, but because they recognize the tone of love and clarity. I will never lead you into harm, though I may lead you into surrender, into new territory, into the unfamiliar. My instructions are rooted in my protection. Trust is the soil for breakthrough. And do not forget to rest. I commanded rest, not to limit your productivity, but because your soul needs space to breathe. The Sabbath is not just a suggestion, but a strategy. Step back, reflect, and rejoice in what I have done. You are not a machine. You are a vessel, and vessels need to be refilled. Rest is not inactivity. It is intentional restoration. It is where I speak most clearly, when you stop striving and start receiving. Let me refill you regularly, not just when you are empty. This is how you walk with me, not by perfection, but by rhythm, by daily choices, by sensitivity and surrender. As you live these patterns, you will find yourself stronger, not just emotionally, but spiritually. You will hear me more clearly, sense me more deeply, and walk in a confidence that does not come from self-assurance, but from God assurance. This is your new rhythm, a lifestyle of communion, a life built on my presence, sustained by my voice and aligned with my word. Beloved, you have come to the threshold of a new beginning. What you had felt stirring inside, what you sensed drawing near, is now arriving. The season has shifted. What once seemed distant is now within reach. Prepare for sudden movement. The answers you have prayed for, the breakthroughs you barely hoped for, they are here, not as wishful thinking, but as the fulfillment of what I have been preparing for you all along. The waiting has done its work, the fire has refined you, and now I am moving swiftly and undeniably. You have carried my promises like seeds, not knowing if they would break through. You have wondered if you heard me right, if time had passed you by. But I am not slow, nor do I forget. I am precise, I am sovereign, and now I decree, the time of hiddenness is giving way to unveiling. You are stepping out of the cave of silence and into the field of fulfillment. Doors will open without your effort, doors you thought were shut for good. And you will know it is me, because you will walk through them with favor you did not earn. I am rearranging relationships, removing what no longer fits your next season, and establishing new connections based on covenant, not convenience. Expect divine encounters, conversations that seem ordinary but change everything. I am sending people who see the real you, who will not only affirm what I placed inside, but call it forth with boldness. You will no longer have to shrink or hide your light to keep false peace. I am surrounding you with those who will protect what I've entrusted to you. Even in your finances, watch for my goodness.